Hey YouTube Tech family, what's happening? I hope everything is blessed and not stressed. I hope everybody's having a great day. I did the videos on why... Oh, whoops, have it in neutral. I did the video on why Christians should not be celebrating Christmas. It was a two-part video. It was the first video was mainly talking about scriptures in terms of scriptures backing up why we should not do these pagan practices, why we shouldn't do these cultural practices, these customs, these celebrations and stuff like that. And then the second video was about the history of Christmas, like where it came from, things like that. Anyway, I'm not sure if a lot of people watched it, because where I put it was my Facebook page, but I will be putting it up on YouTube. I'll be putting it up on my YouTube channel as soon as I get back home and as soon as I have time to really do stuff like this. I had a lot of information because I was doing a lot of research, and the thing I tried to do was summarize it. I tried my best to summarize what I was doing, and I think that was very, very important for me to do, was try to summarize what I was doing, because it was a lot of information. I just didn't want to put all that information out there, because when you put out a lot of information, not everybody really listens to it. But you want to just get to the important points. You want to just get to the meat of the matter. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, other than that, all I gotta say is this: the people who took the most hit out against it were actually Christians, and that was not shocking to me, because even the Bible says that we are a rebellious people, and nothing seems easy at first. So Christians hitting out against the video, the main thing that I went back and forth with someone with was that you had no scripture verse to back up why you should be celebrating Christmas, other than to tell me that it is killing your joy and this is the joy of the world and stuff like that. And I had to talk to this person and said, did you not know that Jesus chose us out of the world? And I had to be quoting scriptures constantly to this person. And I said to them again, not one scripture. And this was a woman too, This was a woman going back and forth with me, because she wanted to celebrate Christmas so badly. She wants to keep the traditions and the customs and the cultures of Christmas so badly, right? And I said to her that if you can find me two scriptures that support you celebrating Christmas, I will back off. But you can't, because the Bible strictly speaks against this thing, right? And not just Christmas in general, but the worship of pagan gods through their holiday and their seasons. Anyway, that's not really what I wanted to talk about today, though. The topic I want to talk about today is when an ex comes back and they apologize. The question is, are they genuine about it? I've done a video some years ago, a couple years ago. I had just come back home from the gym at the time, and I was making a video about it. And the reason why I made that video at that point in time was that my ex was trying to reach out to me, and I just wasn't having it. And that's just the type of person I am, whereas I ignore people. And it's not just that I get joy from ignoring people, it's just that I get a sense of peace and tranquility from ignoring people, especially women who have hurt me. And this is why I say in a lot of my videos when it comes to relationships that whenever a woman leaves, let her go and close the door behind her. You understand what I'm saying? Because women have this thing to think that they can walk in and out of your life without any form of consequence. You understand what I'm saying? And you as a man should not give anybody that type of power to feel as if they can walk out and in and out of your life as much as they want. without any form of consequence, and that you will be okay with it, and that you're nothing. So the thing about it is this, right? When an ex comes back and they apologize for what they've done, are they being genuine about it? And that's gonna be the biggest question you're gonna have to ask yourself. Is that ex genuine about her apology? And you must go into some self-seeking questions. You must ask yourself a bunch of questions, and you must observe her behavior at that point in time by also asking her questions. And most of the times, I can tell you this from my experience, right? Most of the times, when an ex comes back and apologizes, it's because she's trying to clean a slate. She's not apologizing because she is sorry. She's not apologizing because it dawned on her in some way, shape, or form. Her conscience came to life, and she's now realizing and recognizing that she has done something wrong. Right? It's none of that. What she's doing is cleaning her slate. And what has happened is that basically the person that she was probably dealing with knocked her off her pedestal. That person knocked her off her pedestal and basically make her feel like she's nothing. Right? And because of that now, because of her feeling low in spirit, depressed, and whatever feelings that she has, she now remembers what she's done to you. She's reminded because of what that person could have done, something more devastating to her than what she did to you. And so because of that, because of what that person did to her, it reminds her of what she's done to you. So listen, one thing I want to bring to every man's attention right now: women know when they hurt you. There's no woman on this earth that can feign ignorance of hurting you. I have had exes reach out to me time and time again. And when I was about, I think I was about 23, and I was with someone, and one of my exes, she reached out to me, and basically in her messages, I still think I have the messages on like my Hotmail and stuff like that. I do think I still have those messages. And if I remember correctly, what the gist of what she was saying is that she knew that she was treating me bad, but one of the things that pushed her to do it even more was that I was not bothered by it. I was not troubled by it. The mere fact that she couldn't get to me was something that really pushed her. It drove her to do it, to try and hurt me even more. Now, I never said that she never hurt me. I just didn't let her know that she was hurting me. You understand? And I realized that it drove her to try and hurt me more. Now, the second thing she said to me was this. She said that I just let her walk out of my life. I didn't stop her. I didn't ask her to stay. I didn't do anything to try and get her back. I just let her walk out of my life. And again, young men and older men who have not, had this experience with women. Since my first heartbreak, I have learned that when someone decides to leave your life, there's nothing, absolutely nothing you can do to make that person want to stay or need to stay. You understand what I'm saying? When a woman or a man, and I'm telling women this too, especially when men decide that it's done, it is very difficult to convince a man that he needs or wants to stay with you, because men have a very higher threshold than women in terms of when it comes to leaving. You understand? Men are more than likely, more than women, invested in a relationship. So when it gets to the limit where a man says, yo, I'm done, that's it, that man has finalized everything and decided within himself and resolved within his manly spirit that he's done taking all the crap. And he's moving on with his life regardless of what he has to go through in order to move on with that life. You understand? I learned. It hurt, but I learned it. And I was glad I learned it at a very young age. I'm glad I got my heart broken at a very young age. I think it was a very good lesson for me. Because ever since that first heartbreak, it only took one. Whenever a girlfriend decided to leave, whether I loved her or not, one, I held the door open for them to leave. Two, I closed the door behind them. No woman or no man should feel as if they have the power to stay in your life or come in and out of your life as they please. You know what I mean? No one should have that power. Nobody should have the power to feel as if they can control you, how you feel. And it doesn't matter what you do or what they do. You will always love them. Nobody should have those thoughts of you, to feel as if you are not worthy of being treated right. As a man, grow some balls and have some worth, especially as a Christian man. Look in the Bible. Search the Bible. The Bible really speaks about a man being a man. You understand? MGTOW men, even though you don't know, if you search the scriptures, you'll realize how much of a man you are pertaining to the scriptures. You understand? Because real men do not allow women to lead them. Real men don't allow women to control them. Real men don't sit down and just constantly be like a fat little baby. You understand? When a woman leaves, I'll say, okay, all right, go. That's what they want. They want that power over you. They want that control over you. Some women really love that control over you, to treat you as they wish. And no one should have that power. You shouldn't let anybody have that power over you. No one should have that type of power over you. You understand? Anyway, exes have reached out to me time and time again. And like I said before, recently, like, you know, say 5 or 6 years now, I have not really been in contact with my exes, whether they've reached out to me or not. I make it just like one of my keynotes where I just don't want anything to do with an ex once they leave. And the reason why is that, what am I gonna gain from contacting you? What am I gonna gain from you being in my life again? You understand? You brought me a lot of misery. You left, you broke my heart. Why is it that I am going to allow you back into my life? It's just not worth it. You understand? It's not worth it to figure out if you have changed or if you have not changed. Even if you want the chance to prove that to me, you're gonna have to like jump over hurdles to try and even prove that to me. You're gonna have to prove it to my back, most of all. And that's what a lot of exes should be doing for you. They should be proving it to your back. You understand? So while you're walking away, they should be trying to prove to you, you know, why you should even be in contact with them. I had an ex, she was extremely delusional. And when I meant delusional, she really felt like she was in control of me. Even as I told her certain things and I said no to certain things, I let her know that no, this is not, you know, this is not gonna be happening. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I used to have an ex, whereas when we were breaking up, she was like, let's be friends. And I was like, nope, I'm not interested. Right? And several of my ex have tried that. And I just told them, nope, not interested. Don't need you as a friend. Have enough friends as it is. Don't need any more. So anyway, you know, this ex basically, like, after we broke up, she obviously blocked me on Facebook, block me wherever, you know, messages, block my phone, whatever it is. And I have done the same. Because, you know what? Even though the PUAs, and I watched that video, this guy was like saying, you should leave your line of communication open and stuff like that, and blah 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 blah, so that they can contact you and blah blah. I don't believe in that. I'm sorry. I don't believe in leaving any line of communication open. If somebody wants to communicate with you, they will communicate with you. If you are a priority to someone, there's nothing on this earth that can stop them from finding a way to communicate to you, especially when women are like this. When a woman really wants to communicate with you, she will find a way. You understand? Because when I blocked my ex from Facebook and whatever it is, and blocked her number, she found a way after a couple of months to contact me. Because I wasn't reaching out to her. I didn't give a crap. You left, okay, you leave, stay gone. And when she contacted me, she was like, oh, you know, blah blah blah. She was talking to me one night, and I was like, my first question to her is, why are you calling me? And she was like, oh, you know, I just da 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 da, and I thought of you. And I said, okay, well, that's good to hear that you thought of me, but you broke up with me, you're gone and stuff like that, and I kind of don't want to have anything to, not even kind of, I think I told her that I generally just don't want to be speaking to you right now, because it's just an unpleasant experience to be talking to you right now. And she said to me, why are you being like that? I thought we were friends. I thought we established that we were friends. I said, no, you established within yourself that you're going to control the outcome of our breakup. I never co-signed to anything. I told you point blank, and I have it in, I always have these things written down in email. I love this. I love it when I have emails written down that I can always go back and reference and even copy and paste to them. And I said to her, I said, no, you said that you wanted to break up. You said that you wanted to be friends and stuff like that. You knew that I am not interested in being friends. And if I can't have all of you, I don't want half of you. And so I'm moving on. And I basically told her I'm moving on with my life, whether you like it or you don't like it. So, you know, after that, I think I ignored the rest of the texts and stuff like that. But it was a lot of angry texts and stuff like that telling me to get over the breakup. Yeah, so you see, when they realize that they can't control it, they try to disrespect you. They call you names. They try to put you in a position where you are more, where you're in a position where you are more susceptible to reasoning to them, to their reasoning and their emotions. But basically, I told her that, listen, I am not going to pander to you. I'm not like these thirsty guys on your Facebook page who are constantly telling you how beautiful you are. You've seen it already, where I was basically your boyfriend, and I told you that you need to take off that dress because it looks ugly. I'm not about that life. I am a jerk. I mean, my wife tells me all the time I'm an asshole. So what? I don't care. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, couple months pass again, and this girl has reached out to me again, but I just ignored it, and the messages kept going and going and going again, where she was saying to me, I thought we were friends, you need to get over the breakup, I just want to talk and stuff like that, and I apologized for what I've done. So basically I'm like, that's nice, I don't care about you or the breakup or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, I just didn't talk to her. I just ignored it. I deleted it. You understand? I just delete the messages. You know? And I'm sure for the new year, more girls are going to be reaching out to more men as the time goes on, and they get lonelier and lonelier and lonelier. So stay tuned, men. As I said before, when an ex comes back and she apologizes, what you need to do is do some soul search. Do some soul searching and check out why she's apologizing, because more than likely she's not being genuine about it. Alright? Stay blessed, people. See See you around.